So the first fight of the pay-per-view, Eric Silva versus Yancy Medeiros. And
now I picked Silva in this one, with Medeiros having just gone up to 170, this being in Brazil.
I think this is his second fight at
yeah,
170.
it was his second, but I thought it was his first.
Right.
But
it was kind of a back and forth first round. They both, I mean, one of the punches that looked like it kind of dropped Silva kind of didn't really look like it hit connected, really. It kind of just looked like it went behind. I mean, it could have clipped him and, just lost his
equilibrium.
Yeah. But it was kind of a back and forth first round, but then second round,
he got all Yancey in his pantsy and fucking
connected.
It was a right cross left hook.
It was
and
like
the left hook hit him right in the mouth.
It was the left that put him down.
But it was
sure.
It was a square shot right to the grill.
Maybe early stoppage because I mean, when he put it down, it's like shit, almost walked
but then
away.
He started to hug up, and then the ref got in the middle of it.
Well, he recovered right away, so Medeiros had to go follow through on it. And then he connected a few, and then the ref stopped it. So not crazy early stoppage.
I wasn't outraged, but it was a little early.
Yeah. But good win for Medeiros. Trains with Max Holloway.
And I picked Silva. So now we're all tied up again, 4-4. We keep going 2 for 2. I won the first 2. You won the second 2.
So moving on to Holloway Bamboshe versus Paulo Borrachinha. I think that's the best I'm going to do with those names. Holloway hasn't been doing very well in the UFC. I think he may have won 1 fight out of 3 or something like that.
6-3 total as a pro.
Yeah. And totally gassed himself out. Oh, he went throwing hard
He went balls
hard
to
shots.
the wall for.
So that was his 4th fight. He's only won.
He's 1 for 4.
1, yeah. So probably won't be around for much longer.
Like ever again in the UFC.
Fucking, you never know. Sometimes people stick around for some reason. Then Borrachinha just kind of turned it up.
Borrachinha?
In the kind of the end of the first round.
Where he started ripping to the body,
yeah.
And you could tell Bambose was just gassed out. He went back to his corner and was just dying
all wobbled out.
Then came out and had a little flurry in the second, and I was like, and they were like, maybe he's getting a second win.
Yeah.
And then he slipped throwing a kick.
Yeah, which he did in the first round too.
But then Borrachinha just jumped on him and just never let him go.
Bambose was just gassed. I mean, although Borrachinha was not super crisp in the second round either. He was starting to gas too. So it's like
slow.
Like him in future fights, beast for sure, but cardio suspect as fuck.
Is he too big for 185? He's fucking huge. At least looked ripped huge.
Yeah, I mean they were both large dudes.
Yeah, but Bambose is only 5'11".
Yeah.
Borrachinha is 6'2".
Yeah. So but he was a solid. They were big boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean both of them horrible cardio.
Yeah.
But good win for Paulo Borrachinha, and that was a win for you.
Yeah. So
which is trends. You're gonna get another 2, and then I'm gonna get
you win the last 2, and then we'd be tied.
And then there you go. And that's why I'm not wearing the hat right now because we tied. So moving on to the next fight in the main card, Paulo, go fuck yourself. Get out of here. Vitor Belfort versus Nate Marquardt, and this was supposed to be Vitor Belfort's retirement fight, but he has another fight in the contract and said that he wants to fight like 5 more times.
Yeah.
So it was like the most retirement fight that I've ever seen. Usually you'll see like even Rumble after the Gustafsson fight was said he was itching to.
Now here's a classic one of a fight being way closer than the numbers look like. Because if you just went by the numbers, you'd be like, what the fuck?
That happens sometimes. Yeah. It happens. Because it's like, okay, you have more strikes, but it's like, how did he get those strikes? Were they like little ground and pound pity tap things, or were they like just, he connected on a kick to the face, but it was like his toes.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a hard kick. So it's
but this one
numbers can be.
But by all
watching
means,
the fight,
Nate Marquardt could have won
and
the
that
fight,
could have been,
and I wouldn't have been.
A lot of those could have been
outraged
in
either.
the first round where he did the most work.
Yeah,
and then Belfort for sure won the last round. Second round, suspect.
yeah.
But I thought Belfort won it, especially watching it the second time.
I did not think he won the first round.
No, but for sure he won the. I thought he won the fight. I wasn't surprised with. It was close though.
It was close.
It was a close
like
fight.
I said, it could have went either way. I picked Belfort.
It did go back and forth.
I picked Belfort, and Belfort got the nod, but it wasn't Brazil, so
Yeah, it wasn't Brazil, but it wasn't like that.
It wasn't
It wasn't
outrageous.
like crazy. It's like,
No.
oh, that's why he got it. Clearly, unless you're a huge Marquardt fan, Big Brown, I see you. But good fight for both of them. I mean, their chins held up because they were connecting on shit. You know,
they wouldn't.
It wasn't
nothing
a super active
nothing
fight.
connected flush, and we even both
Well,
said
it
that
was
right
like-
after the fight.
Yeah, but they threw a lot of shit, and a lot of it was glancing, but stuff connected. It's not like
Yeah.
it was a fight of like nothing connecting.
It-
But there,
This
I mean,
to me was a boring fight.
it was two old guys that have suspect chins, have been knocked out, you know, pretty recently. Although Marquardt's kind of had more of an upward trajectory with his career. But it was like, as far as like two old motherfuckers that have, you know, may or may not should be fighting still. Way better than anything Bellator's putting on with their old senior leagues.
Nate's only 2
Like-
years younger than Vitor.
Yeah. But they both have like
The
a
same amount of
bazillion
fights, yeah. They're both hovering around
they've
like
been around
40-some
forever.
fights, 50 fights.
Yeah. But and Marquardt looks good at that weight. I mean, I don't know. If they want to keep
Marquardt
fighting,
still looks
they weren't
muscular.
horrible.
Vitor
Yeah.
looks like someone is slowly sucking everything out of him.
Vitor looks like he's like an athletic dad bod is what he has. He's a dad that goes like water skiing and surfing and like he's super active, but he's a dad. He's got saggy skin, dad, and he used to be like 3 times the size.
True.
He's like those obese dudes that lose all the weight and they just have hanging skin everywhere. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good matchup for these two.
It was a good matchup, I'll say
because
that.
you know they're not
Good fight.
they're not going on a run to get a belt
So-
anywhere.
It was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible, but yeah, it wasn't lighting shit on fire.
It wasn't screaming at the TV.
No. Oh, there were some flurries. I mean, when I was watching it last night, anyway, because it's like with either of those guys, they could go down. I mean, it could just be the end of their life. You never know. Claudia Gadelha versus Karolina Kovacevic, which is co-main event. Number 1 contender
Versus number 2.
spot. Oh, I mean, I think Rose is probably
supposed
fighting
to get the next title
Joanna.
shot, but this is
Which
number
I'm
1,
fine
number
with.
2.
Yeah.
They're the last 2 that both fought the
So
champ
whoever-
and lost.
So probably Gadelha, whoever wins, Rose, Joanna. Unless something falls through with that fight. I thought it was going to be a lot more competitive, this fight.
Yes, I did too. Well, and it was. Wait, until what
It was
happened, it was a good back and forth.
For like a minute, it was a good back and forth.
yeah.
It was a 2-minute fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, for
It was
a minute,
3-minute fight, I think.
for a minute, it's like Aldo really had some good footwork before Conor McGregor knocked him out. It's like he knocked him the fuck out pretty quick. This was a pretty quick finish, pretty dominant kind of an end.
no, it was
Once
just straight domination, but still, when it was on the feet before it went down.
I mean, Kovacevic is a great striker.
But she made a.
it was the wrestling, the grappling.
Claudia grabbed her by the body and did the takedown she always does,
which is
just like a body lock takedown.
She's like the only female fighter that has like anything but the head toss fucking takedown. Like it's like the only takedown a lot of female fighters know. She has like it's like just a misdirection kind of trip
but
takedown. Super
Kovacevic
good.
made a big mistake, and she gave her back.
Well, she tried to stand up, and
She turned the
that
wrong
was
way.
stupid.
She should have turned into her instead of away, and instantly it was.
And Gadelha wasn't looking to stand back up. She was on her like fucking in Anaconda. She was doing her best Damian Maia impression, just trying to stay glued to her. And she gave her a neck and it was once it locked in, it was tight as it was deep
it was
as shit.
instant under the chin.
Yeah.
You're going to sleep.
So
she flailed for 2
great
seconds.
win for Gadelia. Kovalkiewicz, minor. I mean, just fucking stop. Just you need to tighten up your fucking your grappling.
Yeah,
and
before
defense.
this fight started, I pointed out that between the two of them, they have 3 combined losses, and all of them are
from Joanna. Yeah.
Are from Joanna. Gadelia's lost twice.
Yeah.
Kovalkiewicz lost once, but now she has a second loss. Obviously.
Yeah, and I'm totally fine. Out of all the like championship fights that we've seen, where it's like there's a weak division and they keep
and there has to be a
rematching
a
after rematching after rematching. Like this is the only one I've ever been excited for, really, except for maybe Frankie Edgar, Aldo too. But after seeing that, it's like, oh, he's just got his card, man. I don't know what Frankie would have to do. He'd have to like, I don't know. But good win for Gadelia, quick win, rear naked choke.
You had Kovalkiewicz.
Yep. So the trend
cemented
breaks.
the win for me.
Yeah, which is fine because now I can root for the guy I wanted to win, which I just didn't get the opportunity to pick for the main event of UFC 212. Jose Aldo versus Max Holloway. We have not seen Jose Aldo since his fight with Conor McGregor. No, we did. Frankie Edgar. And he did look good.
He looked
against
great
a
in
guy
that fight.
he looks good against generally. And then Holloway's just been on a fucking tear.
11 in a row.
Tear. And Aldo, like after the him getting knocked out, he was just became like a lot of fighters, just like, wah, gimme, man, I'm gonna go do another sport. I hate you guys. Pay me money. It's like, be a draw. Like, why would a company just pay you money if you're not selling like? It's not like, I mean, Max Holloway's exciting, but this shit didn't break any fucking records on pay-per-view.
No.
You know, I'm sure it did great in the live ticket sales. I'm sure they broke records there, and I'm sure
a lot
it
of
did
Brazilians bought this
I'm sure
card,
it did
though.
well, but yeah, that's not American pay-per-view dollars. I mean, pay-per-view in Brazil is probably cheaper than the U.S. anyway, so they make more if a U.S. person buys a pay-per-view than they do other countries.
Sure.
No, literally, it's cheaper to buy. I know this.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
But yeah. Anyway, main event. The greatest of all time, he was on a run for a long time, but it kind of seems like
hadn't lost in 10 years before his McGregor loss.
Yeah.
Comes back, looks great against Frankie.
I'm sure he could still be in the top. I mean, he didn't look bad. He looked great.
He won the first 2 rounds.
Second round maybe not. Because
Second round,
Holloway
came on a little bit
on.
late.
He started to turn it on, but here's the thing. The thing that the commentators and the fight companions, like, similar to the other chick where it's like, oh, takedown. It's like
he didn't
no
throw
leg
one
kicks.
leg
Yeah.
kick.
So it's like he goes in.
Which is his biggest weapon in most fights.
Mm-hmm.
It's what stops a guy from coming in all the time, slows him down. And with Max
But
being
he was
a long,
winning on his
spindly guy,
yeah.
I would have thought for sure, with as close as they were fighting, unless something, maybe he hurt his foot the day before or something. I don't fucking know, but
whatever. He was doing good on just using his hands. So
He was.
for whatever reason, he didn't want to kick, and it didn't help him. I mean, he like got hit with a lot of punches in like less than 3 rounds. Like it didn't even get into the championship
those were
rounds.
like all in the third round.
If
for the
it
most
had
part.
gone into the championship rounds, it would have been a devastating loss for Aldo.
Yeah.
Because once he started getting clipped, he started getting a little bit tired, and he started missing, and Holloway was just like, oh, I'm not even scared of your punches anymore, bro.
Yeah, once he dropped him, it was over.
Yeah.
And
but super dumb. I mean, no question did Max Holloway just destroy Aldo. Like, Aldo may have won the first round. I mean, he won the first round, but may have won the second round. But that was it.
Yeah.
It was a
and in the third
progression
round,
of
he just
loss.
got beat up.
The more Holloway turned up, the more evident it was that Aldo just wasn't gonna be around. But good win. Holloway's like, during the press conference, is like, I don't give a fuck about super fights. I'm going to defend my fucking throne. So if any of you pussies want to come here and try and take my throne, come at me. He's like, unlike all these other fucking prima donna champions.
I want 8 belts.
This is my legacy. I just got the belt, so now I have to worry about my legacy. It's like, motherfucker, do you know what division you're in? GSP dominated his career. That's why he has a legacy. Not because he got the belt from fucking Matt Hughes, and then he's like, I just want to do super fights.
Well,
fucking
if he would have just got the belt from Matt Hughes and then lost it to Matt Serra, there would be no legacy. But he came back from adversity.
But here's the thing: he lost to Matt Hughes, his first time getting the belt. Came back, defended that loss.
Well, that fight was for an open belt.
Yep, still
because BJ had to.
He was nervous fighting him, and that's why he lost the first time.
Because that was his idol.
Came back, his only loss, first loss. Came back, defeated him, dominated him, and then got caught by Matt Serra. Had to fight fucking.
Yeah, he didn't just get an immediate rematch. He
had to fight Hendricks. Not Hendricks. The fucking asshole with the bleached hair. Koscheck. He had to fight Koscheck and then just destroyed Serra in the rematch. His only 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like... It's one thing, like, Conor McGregor lost, went back, defended his loss. No tarnish to his record. Same thing with GSP. That's a legacy.
Yeah.
Getting a belt and then whining that you're not getting fucking, super fights, that's just a whiny bitch that wants money. He thinks he's in a position for a money grab, and he doesn't even... It's like... It's insulting almost to the people that have legacies in the UFC, especially in that division. I mean, it's like, come on, man. This is like Aldo. He had a legacy. Fucking undefeated, dominant performances up until
was
McGregor
the only
and Holloway.
featherweight champion that ever existed up until McGregor beat him.
Yeah, he was the first one. Yeah. Yep. And now Holloway. And I don't know. Definitely wouldn't mind a rematch with Aldo at some point. Not an immediate rematch. Love to see Frankie Edgar fight since he's been winning. There's only
a lot
loss
of guys
he has.
at 45.
Yeah, but I mean, for Frankie Edgar, I just think that'd be a great fight. We haven't seen Max Holloway fight him yet. It'd be, good matchup. Max has beaten so many people in that division, so it can't be too many that he hasn't beaten already. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and he's only 25.
A champion that's not good. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with like John Jones when he was a young champ. He was like he beat legends.
Yeah,
it was just destroyed.
He
people.
was the legend slayer for a while.
The legitimate, not like they're all in retirement.
Not like the
slayer.
Kevin Gastelum.
Yeah, the fucking I just want to beat up old people that aren't doing steroids anymore. So that was the card. Pretty fun card. I enjoyed it. As a whole card, the Marquardt Belfort fight kind of a stinker.
Yep.
Not horrible, but kind of a stinker.
What would be your fight of the night? I know none of them said fight of the night.
Well, I know what got fight of the night.
What did get fight of the night?
Aldo Holloway. Which I agree with, because that was like...
So even if,
it was a good
if we
swing.
would have tied, I would have won. Well, because...
Yeah. But, yeah, so if it went to a tie, then, yeah, it would have gone to... Yeah. Although, if it would have tied and Aldo won the fight,
so you would have...
It may not have been fight of the night.
And I wouldn't have got to pick that, because you would have picked Aldo.
No, I'm just saying if last night Aldo won it to tie it up for me, like, it may have been a completely different fight. It may not have been fight of the night.
True.
Because, yeah, the fact that Holloway kind of came back or turned it up.
Marnies from that?
I want to say the kid that came in, Kettner, and Gedalia, I think. I'm pretty sure.
That seems legit.
Because Gedalia is super dominant, quick submission, and then this dude like coming in out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure those are the people that got
I'm good with that.
Bonuses. But yeah.
But
other than that, like the other fight of the night, like my favorite fight of the night, I mean the Moraes Alcantara fight was fun. It was a good competitive fight.
Moraes Sunsao.
Yeah, Moraes Sunsao. It was fun. I like the first time I watched the Silva Medeiros fight, I liked a lot more than the second.
Yeah, wasn't that
It
great?
was way more of a because I was like fucking invested and drunk.
Yeah.
So it's like I needed Medeiros. I think I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed him to win, and he got clipped, and was like, it was dramatic for me watching it, but then watching it again, it's like,
And I
it
missed
wasn't
most of that
bad.
because I was
Yeah.
bullshitting in the alley.
But yes, it was fun card.